friend. I need somebody that I can talk to. I mean, I don't have men in my life, so I need somebody I can talk to. And he was that shoulder. And there was times when I first came here, he told me, I said, Pastor Hampton, I just got divorced. I said, and this brother is looking at me. And he said, you know, I know a lady that lived 40 years without a husband. And if I was going to turn around, saints of God, from salvation, at that point I would have turned around. But do you know, by him telling me that and keeping me in prayer and preaching this gospel, it's been 44 years. God has kept me without a husband. And I thank God for the gospel. It was hard to swallow. It was a heavy pill. But I wanted to be saved. And I want to see Jesus one day. And I often would tell Pastor Hampton, I said, hold on now. You got to stay here. Well, you got to preach my funeral. He said, well, I'm about to get out of here. You better hurry up. So look like if the present thing continue, he may not be here to preach my funeral. But I want him to know, he take his latest breath, he can count on me. He can count on me. I'm not going to fail him, fail God, or you saints. You've held true, and he's held true. He's worked so hard, and many nights, don't care what time, he come, he pray for you, loan you money, help you, boost your own. Who could ask for a better pastor? He's a loving man. He's a loving man. Many people see him in the pulpit, he's rough, he's tough. They don't understand. But like John was saying, when you get with him one-on-one or see him at home, he's comfortable. He's the kindest man I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, he is.
He's very kind. He's very kind. Will give you whatever you need. If he got it and he feels you really need it, you can get it. That's the relationship we had. There was times I could go to him, I said, Pastor, I'm short on my gas bill. How much you need, dollars? No question. But he'd come back to you now, did you pay me my money back? I gave it back to you. But I love him so much. I love him so much. It's going to be really difficult for me. 44 years, that's like being with one man for 44 years and now all of a sudden he's gone. I can imagine what wives must feel like. You know, he was just my pastor. And I can imagine what a wife must feel like. But I thank God that he stood true. He's held this gospel. He preached it right. And he wouldn't compromise for nobody. I don't care who you were. So pray for me, because I want to make it. I want to see Jesus right along with you.
This is why didn't you come up? But I have to go and receive or give a report. I want to make something clear. He's right over there on High Street. He's totally fine. Call him right now. Please do not give him a report. But Lena, you Pastor Anthony's right over on High Street. So please make that clear. We're not talking about past tense. We're praying, amen. He'll be in that pulpit next Saturday. Amen. And then after Sister Juanita, the announcements.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not counting him out, but I do want to thank God for our fathers. And happy Father's Day to each father. And I was thinking, the greatest father is a Church of God father. And I want to thank God how I was able to experience that for my children. And God had given me the best husband for me, you know, before we had children. And how my husband, Keith Jones, was a tremendous father to my children. And how he accepted them as his very own and called them sons and son and daughters. And I just want to thank God how God had blessed us to have had 6 more children together. And sometimes I would think about those wives who've lost their husband and had smaller children. And, you know, back then I would think, wow, that would be, you know, something to have to deal with. And then lo and behold, here I am. And it's like, I've never wanted my children, my little ones, to grow up without their dad. And for Keith to have his only daughter to not, have her. But I want to thank God for the memories. And I thank God for the time that they did have him. And they know he was an awesome father. And I thank God for my son, Ross, because he has stepped up to the plate. I appreciate that. He even went to third shift to be with them during the day, to take them here, there, or whatever. I appreciate that. And I recall, I don't know if I said this before, but after Keith had passed, he said, Mom, you want me to move in with you? Move back home? I said, no, son, you just go on with your life. But I just thank God how Keith has been a tremendous father to Ross, and how Ross had, took his advice when I'm sure it was hard at times, and now it's paying off. And I just ask that, you continue to pray for Ross, because we pray he'd be awesome, as a saved young man. But I just want to thank God for, Brother Hampton. I appreciate him. I love you, Brother Hampton, if you see this, but I recall when I was living in California and got into some issues or whatever, and I came here, and Brother Hampton, he straightened me out, and I appreciate that, how he took me and showed me, and it was just a blessing, and I just thank God for him. And ever since I've been here, he has been an encouragement. He'll tell it like it is. He looks out for me, and I appreciate that. And even now, in my phase that I'm in now, he'll say little comments to me to help me stay focused. It is like, you being good, you do what you're supposed to do. I'm like, I'm trying. Pray for me, whatever. But I just want to thank God for the Church of God, for being here, for Brother Hampton being my pastor. And I thank God for that. And he has stood the test of time, and he's yet standing. I appreciate that. We are praying for you. God's will be done, and stay blessed.
I just had to say something about my dad. My dad is my hero. He's a preacher, but I'm my dad. This morning I get dressed every Sunday with my dad. And on this morning I got up and Marcina came. I said, Marcina, you got an armor shirt. And then I seen Jack. And Jack said, you got to do my pants. While they was doing my stuff, I went in the room to take care of my dad. I go in there and I see Marcina, Donna, Anita, and I'm quitting. I start yelling from the door when I walk through the garage. Dad, they mess with you. The girls, what they doing? I need to get somebody. Who I need to get? So, they're doing a good job. So this morning I was, he said, I want to go to church. I said, okay, Dad, you go to church. We're going to get you dressed out. Tied his tie for him, and I said, Marcina sent me to go get some ice. So I said, I'm going to get this ice, and I'm coming back, and I'm taking you to church. And went to get the ice and come back, and I get a yell, whatever, and go in and take care of him. But, the song says, being strong and value for the truth. Resist the tempter's ruling power. He may be weak in his body, but he's still strong. I look at death and I look at, situations, but when it comes to your house, it ain't there yet, but it's coming. And you say, how you prepare for it? What you gonna do? And it's like, I can be honest, I seen my dad going down a while ago, but I never said nothing. I watch him and I'm doing this and that, and I'm like, damn. I said, man, so about 2 weeks ago, I was at home and I said, Dad, what you preaching on? He said, I got this message. I got this message. I can't tell you, you might turn around and preach my own message. I said, Dad, I can't preach your message if I wanted to, because I got my own style of preaching. You got your style, I got my style, But so it was a message that he hasn't preached yet, y'all. He hasn't preached it, but he worked on it. Every time he working on it, I said, Dad, how you? I got it. I said, so when you gonna preach? So I want to be there when you preach it now. Then he said, well, go talk to Martina. Go talk to her. She tell you all about it. She'll tell you all about it. Martina tell you all about it. She'll tell you all about it. So I was like, okay, whatever. But so I sit back this morning. I was talking to him, and I said, Dad, I don't know what to do. I said, I really don't know what to do. I said, you my hero. You my hero. I can holler like, and I tell them, I can preach with the best of them, okay? On the other preaching circle. Not Church of God, Church of God, I'm down here. But on the other circle, I'm up here. Because I'm Church of God. You see what I'm saying? So since I'm Church of God and I'm on the other circle, I know it's Church of God. But so I preach the Church of God message, and then I go back and like, man, I just condemn my whole self. I had to go back home and say, man, I'm like, just for, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave. And I talk about my dad, like, man, my dad, he gave everything. Not just to me, he gave it to the world. He gave it to y'all. Sometimes I be like that. I said, I need you to get off work. I'm going one more time. Our whole conversation is one more time to the church. I need you to quit your job. I said, Dad, hold on. If I quit my job, you got to pay my child support now. You got to pay my child support. I quit. But you got to pay my child support because I can't go to jail. And he be preparing, and Lee do the same thing. They preparing to go to Georgia. And I'm racking my mind like, how can I get the whole week off to take my dad to this trip? And I'm like, well, he ain't really ready for this one. So Lee said, man, we're going to get this, and we're going to do this, we're going to do it like this. And I'm like, oh, no, Lee, I ain't ready. No, you going to do it, And I was like, Dad, you think you're ready? He going to be taking, I said, well, we're going to go one more time. Our last trip there's California. Yeah, we're going to go to California. We're going to go. You and Charlie going to drive me. You and Charlie. I'm like, who? I'm thinking like, Charlie. Oh, Charles Williams. The last time we drove to California, Charles Williams and Brother King drove us to California. And he's just like, yeah, we're going, he reminisced of, we went to the South Dakota, the Bear Country, and we went up to the President's Head. We went to, we was in Yellowstone Park, and we seen all the big elks running across, and Charles Williams ran around the van and scared my dad. Remember that? He ran around the van, and the sign said, Panthers, don't feed the wild. So my dad here running, and he had a machete in the truck, and he tried, get you out. Get you, Charlie. And I'm like, wow, just the past and the present of my dad and how he means that much to me. If he means that much to me, it's like, but not just to me, he said, the same way I mean to you, I mean to the church. He said the congregation. My we talk, he said, the saints. I said, Dad, well, just one time be like David, be selfish. This ain't me. When David said, the Lord is my shepherd, he was selfish about the Lord. He said, mine. He didn't say the saints. He didn't say the world. I just said, well, just say you mine. They ain't worried about me, Dad. No, I got too much going on. I got too much going on. So I said, okay, Dad, well, I'm about to leave. I'm going to church, and I come back home, and we about to go home, and we're going to try to eat something, and we're going to have a good time with our dad, and I appreciate all the saints. I do. I appreciate all of you, every time I see him at the restaurant, or every time I see one in the streets, or the kids, it makes me feel good to see that my dad paid a part in their life, Not just that, he wasn't so selfish that he gave it all to me. He gave it just just as much as he gave to me, he gave to you guys. And that means a whole lot. So, as a family, we need prayers. We want y'all to really pray for us. They say everybody here on High Street, but you know how it is. Just 2 or 3 come at a time. That's my request, but you know how it is. Y'all gonna come anyway. And just come. Come and enjoy our dad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Announcements. Where you at? Announcements now.